There were a lot of images that I saw, a lot of stories. I will give you one about a boy named Taha. He was 12 years old. He was so beautiful, he was so full of life. And unfortunately, the image of him being shot in the face was released. The image of his face completely destructured was very, very hard to see. I usually do not watch these videos, but I decided to see because the more I see, the more anger I can build up towards the government and who does that to a 12-year-old boy. I was nervous. I was shaking to my core because easily you could be the next one who dies. And I was living in Mashhad, which is the second biggest city in Iran. This is the religious capital of Iran. So people are extremely religious. The morality police are more extremist in that city, I would say. So it was very scary for me. So always, regardless of my decision of not wearing hijab, I would always have a piece of cloth on my purse or a bag with me because I was so scared that if everything gets too brutal, I would put it on. So it was not a decision that I would just say, yeah, for the women of my country, I would not do that because I was still a 22-year-old girl who's scared for her life. But I never reached out to that hijab ever. I put my hair up, I would go to the streets, I would face them and I would talk to them and I would say, this is my decision and I'm not wearing it. I remember exactly where I was the night that I got slapped in the face for not wearing it. They made me to go in the street. They guarded me to buy something and wear that night because I said, I have nothing on me. I will not wear anything. And they said, we will not let you go until you buy something. When I realized if I want to go on a vacation to any country, I have to beg my father, I have to beg any man in my life to let me go. If I decided to work, I had to beg my father or any man in my life to let me work. And thinking about if I want to have a child, the father has every right to treat every way they want to towards my child. So it was a long decision over the years. So between like 22, 23, it was 2 years of struggling if I want to stay in my country and build it up, or this is not the place that I can actually grow as a woman. During those 20 days of without internet, it was very bad because during the day I was imagining the worst case scenarios about everything. That what if I never get to talk to my family again? What if my friend never gets back online? What if it gets back online and then I hear horrible news about my family and friends? So it affects my sleep. I go to bed, I have these nightmares that I'm there, I'm grieving, but I cannot do anything. And then I wake up and I'm here and I'm safe, but this brings a guilt that I'm here, I'm in a safe country, I'm in a safe space, I get to go enjoy a cup of coffee, and then the guilt builds up. I still have to go to work, do the coding, do the meetings, do the smiling and handshaking and everything. But there is this fear inside that the more you push it away, the stronger it gets. I was stuck between two realities. One was very harsh and brutal and filled with blood and death, and one is still normal, safe, coffee, friends, laughter. After I saw so many images of people getting the rubber bullets, every time I see something black, I would immediately think of rubber bullets. People have been shot with the rubber bullets all over the body, and unfortunately the problem is if they go to the hospital or any healthcare institution, they are the government forces who are arresting people because that's the proof they were in the streets around those days of protests. So they are not going to any hospital, they are not going to any pharmacy because if they go for anything, it's very, very likely that they get arrested. So it's horrifying to see people getting arrested or disappearing for seeking help, as well as the amount of doctors who've been arrested for offering help because it's their job. Yeah, it's becoming a bit emotional, so let's just start from the beginning. Iran was such a nice place to live if it was not for the government. Iranian people are so warm, they are so welcoming. The hospitality is just crazy. Like as a kid in my hometown, I felt so safe. I would just be in this, like, with my friends going out to get ice cream, and then people were so nice. And if we go on a vacation to other cities, people offering us free food. So if you go on a vacation, people try to help you. If the regime changes, if the military turns around and comes to people and the Islamic Republic is gone, I will happily move back to Iran, because who wants to live this far away from their family? Who wants to be this far away from their friends? I would love to be in the same city with them. I would love to grab a cup of coffee with my brother on a weekend. I would love to be in our family gatherings. But in a situation that I can be my own person as a woman, and I can have a simple, nice, beautiful life as a person, not under sanctions, in a country that if I get sick, my first worry is not if I can get medicine or not.